Hi everyone, happy fall y'all. Today I'm going to be showing about 7 things on my to-do list in the garden in September. And if you didn't have a chance to do that in September, you can obviously continue doing that in October. So number 1 is planting bulb plants. So any daffodils, hyacinthus, iris, alliums, any bulb plants, lilies, you need to plant now. Also, if you are interested in planting trees, this is the best time of the year to plant trees so they can have ample amount of time to grow their strong root system for next year. And at the same time, if you had any plants in your garden that you were not happy with how they did, maybe the location was too shady or too sunny, this is the time when you can relocate your plants. So let me show you my basket. I have this flower bed that has very few of spring plants, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some spring plants like daffodils, tulips, and alliums to spruce it up. So I got this beautiful crocus. It's a mix, and I got them in Lowe's. This huge sack, check out the size. Why I like to buy my plants so in person that I can see the size of the bulb is because the size of the bulb will determine what size of the bloom you will have. So this is huge, so the flowers will be huge too. And this whole bag was like $20 for like 45 daffodils. This was in Lowe's, but you can find like Walmart, Home Depot, local nurseries. I mean, there's so many beautiful variations, you know, like it's just never enough. Like you can keep adding the tulips, different types of daffodils. So for me, it's a party time. So let's have a party. I'm going to work on this flower bed, but obviously my garden is so big that I will slowly work on each place. And normally the way I work is I focus on one place at a time, and then I just build on to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the bulbs first, and then I will plant them. If you have bulb tone, you can use that before you put your bulbs in the ground. But because we have a very good soil, which already has all nutrients and everything, I'm not going to add any bulb tone. So I'm going to just lay out, and I'm starting with Purple Sensation alliums, just because they are like a centerpiece. They are the tallest in height. So I will just start putting out the bulbs just for myself, so I know what is where. And I'm going to do like three alliums. And then I will put around it daffodils or tulips. So I will have 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2. I will need 1 more here. 1, 2, 3. And then this is actually the alliums that I have already growing. And you see I had like 3. So this is the stake that I'm just coming. So that means to me that I already have alliums here. I don't need to add alliums. So I'm going to put alliums here. 1, 2, and whatever left over, 3. And I'm gonna put 1 more over there in the end. So I laid out for myself where my centerpiece will be, the alliums. Now I'm gonna add daffodils around it. Remember how I said in my alliums video that alliums, they tend to drop their leaves and kind of lose the leaves and kind of have like just a stem. That's why we have to plant something around it. So I'm planting, what I'm gonna do rotation of a tulip, a daffodil, tulip and a daffodil, tulip and a daffodil. And over the time, this all will multiply and we'll have nice bunches. So you can either have a long road in design. I could do along the edge, a long line, or I could do like, bunches like this. I think bunches to me look more natural and they look more like appealing. That's why I'm not gonna do like a line, simple line. I'll just do the rows. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 3 tulips and 3 daffodils. Okay. One, 2, 3. It's gonna be like this. Okay. We're gonna repeat that in every single place. So there is like, some sort of order. I don't want it to be too close to the lilies that I have here. But the good thing is bulbs, you can always replant. If you don't like the location, you can always move them around and make changes. I mean, gardening is always about making changes. I mean, always something grows too much or dies out, or you just lose the interest, or you just want a different color, or a new sort comes out, and so you just always change something in your garden. So I am done marking my bulbs. So now I will start planting them. Now I already have this. I'm gonna just start planting them. Like I said, you can use a bulb tone if you want, or any other fertilizer if you want. Actually, might want to add some of that I have. Let me show you. I have it in the backyard. Let me go grab it. Just 1 second. Okay, so I went ahead and I got the bone meal, which is good for any bulbs, any plants. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add it while I'm planting. Okay, I'm gonna just work it through the soil a little bit. It's a little stinky. And that's it. Because my mulch is too high, I don't want to deep it too high, because last time I planted my tulips too deep and it never came back. So make sure this hairy part is on the bottom. So we cover it with soil, cover it again with mulch, plenty of mulch, and it's already starting to sprinkle. So I'm gonna quickly continue the same process, add a little bone meal, cover it with mulch and soil, and that's it in terms of planting bulbs. I have a lot of flower beds, and I will be throughout the months adding in each place where I remember that I have a little empty spot. So I don't overwhelm myself and I still enjoy it. So that's why don't be afraid of starting it. Just start in one place, in one corner, and slowly move forward from one corner of your garden to another, and you will build a beautiful garden. Okay. 2 is collect your seeds and organize them. So you have to know what we have to start thinking already what you would like to plant next year, and if you would like to use some seeds. For example, I have certain plants at home that I'm collecting the seeds of, so I can plant them next year or give them to my friends. Important part is make sure you keep them in paper envelopes. I recycle these envelopes that come in the mail with all kinds of stuff. I just recycle them, or I fold the cover sheets of printing if you did, and just staple it and use it like that. It's pretty convenient. Now if you have a lot of seeds, then you can use a box. Make sure you label it what year you collected it, and make sure the box is also made of paper and it has some air, circulation. So these are my seeds that I collected this year. Obviously I'm gonna be still looking maybe for good deals and buy more. Zinnias were the champions this year, so this whole box is full, and I think I'm done with zinnias. I don't have to buy any more zinnias. Check out these seeds. Now this is a mix. So, but there were a few that I ordered. Now you can order online, seeds online. You can buy them at Pikes, Lowe's, any local nursery. But there were 3 that I wanted to try next year. These are new varieties of hybrid Snapdragon, Madame Butterfly, and Rudbeckia hirta that I didn't have, and also this is a Lady Coral Lavender Aster. These are new varieties that just came up in the market, so I would like to try them out. So this is how I organize my seeds. It's good to start thinking about it now and have it in stock, so you don't have to realize last second or see on the website that they're out of stock and you cannot start your sowing process. So this is Black Eyed Susan, Rudbeckia Goldstrom. It's very easy to grow, so I'm gonna give that to some of my friends. And it's a perennial, so this echinacea I got this year, and I got just one plant. So what I'm doing is I'm just picking the whole seed head, and I'm just gonna plant them in my garden next year. Nice and easy. Number 3 is update your planters and containers. So this is our front porch, kind of like front patio, and as you see, a lot of the plants are still kind of blooming from summer, so I kind of feel bad to pull it out. I'm just gonna let it be. I just went ahead and I left the plants that were kind of still blooming, and I just added a little touch of fall, you see, this is gonna be just until end of October, because in October, when the pansies come out, I will just replace these containers completely with pansies. So if it's something that you enjoy, like a little touch of the season, you can update your planters. That especially chrysanthemum was a theme, like it was a story for my kids' first week of school. So when I told them that this is actually chrysanthemum, mums is for chrysanthemum, they got so attached and kind of like had a connection all moment. All right, so that was number 3, update your planters. Number 4 is trim your bushes and trim your trees. Fall is the time when you want to give your bushes and your trees the shape that you want. This is azalea, and although I keep trimming it because I don't want it to get too vigorous, it keeps growing too fast. So I'm just gonna trim it a little bit so it doesn't look like overgrown thing. And you can use electrical trimmer if you want. I normally use electrical trimmer for big hedge bushes that we have. For small bushes of this size, I kind of like to do that. It's very, to me, it's like very relaxing. You're giving a perfect shape and you are kind of like in control better rather than the electric trimmer. So just take your time. You can play some music. You can trim just one bush a day. You don't have to trim all of them a day in one day. But pretty much my motto is you have to enjoy anything you do. So make it a joyful process for yourself. And this literally takes anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes if your bush is not overgrown. Okay. All right, so I like it round, so nice and short. I don't like it too tall. That's it. This is perfect for me. Now I just need to clean up all the mess that I created. Number 5 is make sure you clean your garden from old leaves and any twigs or trash, that acorn or weeds that you can possibly find. So you clean that. The purpose is so the pests, they don't multiply and thrive in the soil all covered and nicely tucked in over the winter. So make sure you clean your vegetable garden, your vegetable beds, and under your trees if you have leaves falling or acorns or any trash. Number 6 is prepare your vegetable beds if you are going to plant some vegetables. I have this small vegetable bed where I normally plant, so I pulled out all the dead plants, last year plants, and I kind of fluffed up the soil to make it rest and feel good until spring. And finally, number 7 is create more outdoor sitting space for you to actually sit down and relax and enjoy your garden. This area that we have is pretty much mostly the fire pit area for the family, where kids like to roast marshmallows. But also, I would like to sit here and watch them when they're in the pool. So this is my garden table where I do pretty much most of my potting, and I made some fall arrangements here. So this is chrysanthemum, some hydrangeas from the garden, and pretty simple. I don't like it to do like overdo too much, but it's like nice and simple. So this is one of the ideas for you to maybe have in your garden. This is our second sitting area, which is a small patio off the deck, and it's a sitting for 2 people, but we like to sit here and have our morning coffee, enjoy birds chirping, and sometimes kids like to do their Zoom meetings here. So it's pretty relaxing out here, so it serves its purpose well. So this is another way, a cheap way you can create a sitting space. These benches are about $100 in Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart. You can just add a bench in your garden, and we have this bench facing the main flower bed. And so right now this flower bed is booming. As you see, all of the plants are thriving. It's kind of enjoying the cool down temperatures too. So we just like to sit here and watch the fall coming, and birds chirping, butterflies and honeybees still flying around.